Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today Barcelona is going to be playing against Inter Milan at Italy. So before we get into detail about each team, I want to speak about the current positions and situation that Inter Milan and Barcelona are in. So if we look at the group, Barcelona is first place, then we have Inter and Dortmund. Barcelona has 11 points, Inter and Dortmund are tied with 7 points. So it's very crucial for Inter Milan to win this game. And even if Barcelona does lose tomorrow, we're still going to be first place because we are ahead of Dortmund and Inter Milan by 4 points. So we are going to be safe no matter what happens tomorrow. So if Inter Milan does lose tomorrow and Borussia Dortmund wins against Slavia Praha, that means Inter Milan will be knocked out. So yeah, the reason why I do want to bring this first is because this is going to define how Barca is going to line up and how Barca is going to approach tomorrow's game, and the same for Inter Milan. So Barca could go in and say, hey, let's relax, let's bring in the youngsters, let's try and see what they can do, and Inter Milan is going to go into this game thinking we have to win, we have to come in with the best possible lineup. Our chances to go on the next round is on the line going against Barcelona. And so Barcelona did announce their squad list, so we're going to have no Pique, Sergi Roberto is not going to participate, and we're also not going to have Lionel Messi, which I find okay because I feel like they do need rest. Messi and Pique and Sergi Roberto have been playing almost in every game, so it is understandable for them not to play against Inter Milan. But what I'm really excited about is that the squad list that we announced, 8 players from the Barca B team are going to be participating in this match. I can't stress enough on how I feel to finally see these Barca B players in this squad list, because now we can actually see them show their qualities and what they can bring on the big stage. And we know and we have seen that it has been a very tough season for Alenya and Riqui Puig and many other Barca B players struggling to get game time on the field. And it's mostly due to how compact and saturated the midfield and the forward line is. So I'm looking forward to seeing Riqui Puig, Alenya, and Ansu Fati play. Oh, and by the way, Ansu Fati did get the green light yesterday, so he's fit to play. He was injured about 6 to 7 days ago, but he is now good. And so yeah, I'm very excited to see Ansu Fati play tomorrow. Also, we do have Jordi Alba and Semedo back onto the squad. They are not fit yet, like they don't have the green light yet, but they did train with the first team yesterday, which means that they are improving, and it also means that their recovery is going by very well. They will not participate in that squad list going to Inter Milan, but they will most likely feature in the game against Real Sociedad that's going to happen later this Saturday. So that is a very big plus for us. We have been missing Semedo and Jordi Alba for like the past month, and so for them to come back is very good for Barcelona. And so Valverde and Junior Firpo did speak in the pre-match press conference, and so I'm just going to give you guys a few key points on what Valverde and Junior Firpo said. Valverde did say, it is an important challenge. We know that we have qualified, but our goal does not change. We want to win. I expect the best Inter. At Camp Nou, they made it very difficult for us, and now we come to Italy to compete, which is the right attitude to have going against Inter Milan. And Firpo also spoke, and he said, we are approaching the game looking for a win. We have won the right to come into this game without pressure. And so now I want to speak about the current form of Inter Milan. If we look at Inter Milan's past 6 games, they have been playing very well recently. They did lose against Dortmund in the Champions League back in November 5th, but ever since then, they haven't lost not one game. And if we look at the top goal scorers for Inter Milan, Martinez and Lukaku have been sharing goals, so they are a very dangerous combination. Martinez especially because he has scored 5 goals in the past 4 games. Martinez is also in the top 5 goal scorers in the UCL so far with 5 goals. And so the Inter Milan coach Conte did speak in the pre-match press conference also, and he said, it is an important match because we are playing for qualifications to the knockout stages of the Champions League. The fact we have reached the final match with the possibility of qualifying should give us satisfaction and pride. With a win or the same result as Dortmund, we would go through to the next round. And so Godin also spoke out too. He said, we have the enthusiasm and desire to do well. Everything is in our hands, so we will face a team that can win all they want to. We have to think about doing our best in front of our own fans. Then he spoke about Messi, and he said, I have faced Messi many times and everyone knows him. Tomorrow will be a team match against a team full of great individuals. We want to minimize their quality and and win. And so Inter Milan knows the situation that they are in. They are going to come in with all cylinders firing. It's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to approach this game. I know that they are going to try their best to try and win, which means I expect Valverde to not use all Barca B players. I expect a mix between the Barca B players and the veteran players. And so now that's going to lead me to my predicted lineup. So I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, and I believe in the goalkeeper position, we're not going to see Marc-Andre ter Stegen. So I'm going to go with Neto. He's going to be making his debut for Barcelona, so I am very excited to see that. And then as for our defense, we're going to have Wage. I still don't know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, we're going to have him as our right back. Our center backs are going to be Umtiti, Lenglet, and then our left back is going to be Firpo. And as for the midfield, this is where I think everything is going to be very important. This is where I think we should have a good mix between the Barca B players and the veteran players. So in the midfield, I would really want to see Alenya start, Sergio Busquets, and De Jong. Then up top, I would like to see Perez, Suarez, and Griezmann. Then later on in the game, I would like to see Ansu Fati coming in for Suarez and Riqui Puig coming in for Alenya. I wouldn't want to see Alenya and Riqui Puig play at the same time because again, I know what Valverde feels. I wouldn't want to see like a player like Lukaku who's like completely dominating Alenya and Riqui Puig physically. So we need that physicality in the midfield. So Alenya and Riqui Puig cannot be in the midfield in the same time. So that's why I say Riqui Puig should come in for Alenya. And then Valverde can decide if he wants Vidal or Rakitic to come in later. He could come in for either De Jong or Sergio Busquets. But what matters to me the most is if I see Ansu Fati, Perez, Alenya, and Riqui Puig participate in this game. This is the time for the Barca B players to show their quality against a very big elite team. And again, I know Barcelona did qualify for the next round, but we still need to have some type of representation. I don't want to lose like 5-0, 4-0. I want to win, even if it's a 1-0 win against Inter Milan. And so my predicted score is going to be 2-1. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet with Inter Milan. Lukaku and Martinez are really going to be looking for that goal, and I think they are going to get it. But Inter Milan will not be good enough to stop Griezmann and Suarez and Ansu Fati. I think we are going to score 2 goals in this match and go on to the next round. And so now that I have you guys here, now that I have you guys watching this video, I want to speak about Bartomeu because he did speak earlier, like about 6 to 7 hours ago, and he spoke about very important topics. And so he did speak about the transfers that are supposed to be happening in January, right? About Vidal or Rakitic. And so he said, we are not expecting any movement in January. We have a balanced squad. We don't miss anything, but we can't afford to lose anyone. It has happened several times to me already. Never in January, but at the end of the season. Other times, we convince them to stay. So clearly you can see in this quote that Bartomeu doesn't want to let anyone go in the winter, which is in January, the winter transfer window. And we all know that Rakitic wants to leave because he doesn't have enough playing time. Vidal wants to leave also because he feels like he's not important. And so for Bartomeu to say this is very huge, because if you think about it, this is basically Bartomeu telling Rakitic and Vidal to stay with Barcelona until the summer of 2020, meaning that Riqui Puig and Alenya have a even smaller chance of getting game time with FC Barcelona this season, which could result into a move or a loan in the winter for both Alenya and Riqui Puig. So could we see a loan for Alenya and Riqui Puig in the winter transfer window? We don't know. And we also heard news that Inter and Barca could be having negotiations in Italy, and Barcelona wants to take advantage of the time in Italy and try to like knock out 2 things at once, which is play against Inter Milan and have open negotiations, because we all know Martinez has been linked to Barcelona for a while now and Vidal is wanted by Inter Milan. So there's a lot of things going on between Inter Milan and Barca. I don't know if they're really negotiating, but it could be true because again, there is so many players like Vidal or Rakitic from Barcelona that want to go to Inter Milan, that could go to Inter Milan, and there has been so many rumors of Martinez coming to Barca. So we don't know what could be happening throughout that time while Barcelona and Inter Milan is playing. I don't want to say that these things are true, but again, it could. And the only thing we could do is just sit here and wait and see how things unfold. Bartomeu also spoke about Guardiola, and Bartomeu did speak to La Repubblica, and he said, it doesn't depend on me. It was Pep who decided to leave, but the door will always be open for him at Barcelona. And so this topic could be a whole separate other video, but I really want to get this out to you guys because Valverde's contract does end in the summer of 2020, and this could be Guardiola's last season with Manchester City. So we don't know where Guardiola's going to go next. It's just very interesting to see how Bartomeu is saying, hey Guardiola, even though you did leave us, you are more than welcome to come back to Barcelona. So I'm going to be making a whole other separate video between Guardiola and Barcelona and his potential move back to Barcelona later throughout this week. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm very pumped for tomorrow's game. I really want to see the Barca B players perform well against Inter Milan, and I'm going to be making a post-match analysis after the game. So if you're watching this, stay tuned. subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let me know what you guys think about Guardiola going back to Barcelona. Let me know what you guys think about Vidal and Rakitic staying at FC Barcelona. Do you guys think that's the right move? Because remember, Alenia and Riqui Puig could leave in the winter transfers window. And tell me your predicted score for Barcelona versus Inter Milan. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the love. I'll see you guys next time.